What's going on? Use hashtag NFL to get your questions on the show. You're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports. I'm Mitchell Renz. That's Harrison Graham. And make sure if you want to get on the show, use hashtag NFL. Or you can take it up a notch. I like it. From the Popos, Pete Carroll. Come on, Josh, suit up for practice. Josh Gordon. Let me hit his blunt real quick. Also, where is Tom?
Well,
wow. Tom's on a spa day. Josh Gordon suspended indefinitely again. Will Josh Gordon ever play again?
Couple of things here. One, if you go the super chat route, we are guaranteeing you that you will that is the easiest way to get on the show. Can't guarantee anything, you know.
You
the
can
bosses
also
are in my ear here.
Venmo me at MitchellRenz365 that you have a good chance of getting on there as well.
Absolutely, but super chat is the easiest path. Look, Josh Gordon's Josh Gordon, right? I mean, you can't trust him.
You can't trust him, and I think it's just one of those things when you think about everything that he's gone through. He's got all the talent in the world. You don't put up the numbers that he's put up in the past, and at the same time, you can't trust him. It looks like we got another question rolling in here on YouTube from Daniel Hatton. If Dak wants a top-tier contract, he needs to win these games, and it's something you can bring to contract talks making the playoffs 3 or 4 years. I mean, if I'm Dak Prescott, I can already show my resume of what I've done the first 3 years. You've won the NFC East 2 out of those 3 years. You're going to win it probably again 3 out of 4. The biggest argument with Dak, at least for me, is can you beat good teams?
That's fair, especially this year. What the Cowboys have not done well against the good opponents. In some games, Dak has played well against those teams. In some games, he has not. Earlier in the year, he was more successful in terms of how he played. I think of the Minnesota game where he played really well and his coaching staff let him down. But here's the leverage. Cooper Rush. I mean, they're going to pay Dak. The question is how much. It'll be north of $32 million because that's what Carson Wentz got. The rest is just details. He's going to get paid, and he's going to get paid a lot.
So Dak Prescott is one of Tom's favorite players. So we want you to shout out your favorite team. Dallas Cowboys is one of the teams that we cover very, very heavy here at Chat Sports. Harrison, this might be a tough one for you because you run a channel for us, but who's your favorite team?
I'm all in on the Chiefs these days.
Yeah?
Man. I'm done with Jerry, done with the Cowboys. I'm full in on the Chiefs.
The Popo says the Cowboys.
If you want to subscribe to our Chiefs channel, chatsports.com/Chiefs. I'm putting up multiple videos a week trying to grow that channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Obviously, I've grown up in Texas, so I've watched the Cowboys quite a bit, and just another season of underachievement.
I'm seeing Sam Reese says the Ravens. Mark V says the Cowboys. CJ Crouch says 4. I'm guessing you mean 49ers. Yep, as if 49ers pops up. Is Raider Nation out there? Let's get some Raider Nation for likes in the comments section. Callie, what up, man? Got it. Oh, shit, and he's next. Hey, Harrison, do you really believe the Chiefs can win it all?
It's hard to ignore what the Kansas City's done the last month, right? I mean, they've won 4 straight games, and in a lot of ways with their defense. Statistically, the last month, they are the number 1 defense in the NFL. 11 points per game. They're forcing turnovers. They just added Terrell Suggs. Kansas City.
But do you actually have confidence in Terrell Suggs?
As a secondary pass rusher, sure. He has 5.5 sacks this year. I mean, you're not asking Terrell Suggs to be your main guy. You've got Chris Jones and Frank Clark for that. You bring him in, part of the rotation. Tyrann Mathieu balling out. He's been one of the best safeties in the NFL this year. If this defense continues to play like this, I think the Chiefs are going to be tough to beat. I'm looking forward to a Chiefs-Ravens AFC title.
Now, guys, we put a lot of amazing deals on the show. This one might be the best of all. Subscribe to Chat Sports, Harrison, for a limited time only, okay? Only for the next 365 days, $0 a month. $0 a month, zero money down. Subscribe to Chat Sports. Hit that big red button. There's a lot of people out there demanding, I don't know, people who still pay for cable. It blows my mind. Chat Sports is 100% free, but you got to take advantage of this deal. It's not going to last forever, only for the next 365 days.
366 days from now, there's no guarantee. So
is it February 29th? Don't subscribe on that
2020 does have February 29th.
Does it really?
Take advantage of this while you can. Hit that big red button. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh, man, let's go to some regular analytics.
Ooh, I love regular.
Any word on Chase Young choosing to stay another year of college, or is it a bluff? I think it's a bluff.
It's a bluff. I don't even know if it's a bluff. I think it's just like, dude, no one believes you.
I mean, if you're Chase Young, you're the best player in this draft. I don't care if he doesn't go number 1.
He's the
Chase
best
Young,
prospect.
to me, is the best player in this draft. I mean, he's got 16.5 sacks. Everything that I've seen from him, he probably would have had 20 if he was able to play every single game this year.
Well, he would have. Rutgers was one of the games he was forced to sit. He
Probably
may have had 10 sacks in that game alone.
10 sacks alone. Chase Young is the best player in this year's draft. Let's go to Dreadhead Swag. Okay, I feel you. How much do you think the playoff seeding will change as it is now. Well, how about this? We'll show you the playoff picture. Oh my God, as I choke on my
Struggling
words.
over there. Let's get this guy a beer.
We'll show you the playoff picture. So number 1 seed right now is the Seattle Seahawks. This is the NFC. You got the Packers, the Saints, the Cowboys, and 49ers and Vikings.
And obviously he's referring to Dallas or Philadelphia getting to host a playoff. That's what he is referring to here. So this year specifically, when you look at the NFC, it's a 8-8 potential team might host a playoff game. Does that make sense? Not really, because both the 49ers and Vikings are 3 games better than Dallas and Philadelphia. I would bet the next time the CBA is up or whatever it is, they'll take a look at this and they might revamp their playoffs.
And I think they should, because it's really, really ugly right now. Let's also look at the AFC, who has the Baltimore Ravens at 12-2. You got the New England Patriots, who have basically owned that division, and I don't care if they're number 2. I don't care if Tom Brady's fallen off. I still go to BetDSI, and I'm still betting on the Patriots to win the AFC. Heck, I've already done it. The Chiefs, the Texans at 3-4, the Bills, and the Steelers. The Titans, though, I think the Titans are a better team than the Steelers.
I do too.
But the Titans also have a tough schedule. They got the Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Yeah. Not too easy. Let's go to Dalton Smith. Continue to use hashtag NFL. Get your questions here live on the show. Is Janoris Jenkins good pickup for the Saints? Who Dat Nation. If you're part of Who Dat Nation, throw it in the comments section. But do you think Janoris Jenkins is a good pickup for the Saints?
Absolutely. I mean, he's not what he was, but he's still an NFL starting caliber corner. I think he's got 3 or 4 picks this year. He still makes plays on the ball. He's more of a risk taker at this point because he's lost, I'd say, half a step. But look, a veteran player who has played for a long time in this league at a high level for a contending team, to me, it's very similar to the Chiefs adding Terrell Suggs. They're not what they once were, but they bring in that veteran experience and can still play at a decent level. I like that pickup for New Orleans.
Let's go to Corrupt88, Raider Nation here. Keep seeing rumors about Brady going to the Chargers. What do y'all think?
I'll say this.
There's no way.
It would be very weird.
Why would you, if you're Tom Brady, why would you ever leave your situation to go to the Chargers?
Is the Patriots situation what it was?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Who's he throwing to? Like,
he's going to win that division every single year. You can't guarantee me that if he goes to the AFC
beat him
West
this week, they're going to win the division. But
no.
I'll give it 10%. Here's why. Rivers, I think, is done there.
I totally
think
agree.
They're moving on from that. And if maybe Belichick decides, what if the Patriots lost in the first round? What if that happens and they're finally like, you know what? It's been a great run. Bill says he's taking a break from coaching, taking a year off. Maybe Brady's like, screw it. I'm gonna go chill in San Diego, make $30 million a year.
They don't play in San Diego.
Yeah,
anymore.
But he'll live there like Phillip Rivers does. Whatever. LA, same deal. He wants to be on the West Coast. 10% chance. Not a great chance. 10%.
All right. Tom Brady, definitely not one of my favorite players. But now we want you guys to shout out who is your favorite player. So throw it in the comments section if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, shout out your favorite player right now. For me, my favorite player, I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs. I think everything he was able to do this season for the Raiders blows my mind that he's not going to go to the Pro Bowl. I still think he's Offensive Rookie of the Year, but my favorite player right now, Josh Jacobs.
Pat Mahomes. I think he's the most entertaining player in a long time. Lamar Jackson.
I was going to say Lamar Jackson.
But here's the difference for me. Mahomes does the crazy running around things, then he'll throw it 55 yards after he scrambles around. Lamar, I don't want to take anything away from him. He's incredible, but his is more of, okay, he's just running past everybody because he's faster than everyone, which is very entertaining. But Patrick Mahomes, my favorite player. I think he's a ton of fun to watch, but there's a lot of good young players in the NFL.
See, Lucio says Zeke. Your boy Halo says Matt Judon, which I don't think I would have ever guessed. George Kittle from CJ Crouch. DeAndre Hopkins from Dreadhead.
I love DeAndre.
Bradley says Devontae Adams. Callie's going to go JJ. Lamar is fast from CJ. Continue to get your favorite players in the comments section. Let's go to one of our favorite subscribers, for me at least, because he's always watching. Bradley, what's up, my man? Are the Packers the most underrated playoff team? Most underrated. I almost think they're one of the most overrated.
I agree. They just got steamrolled by the 49ers a couple of weeks ago.
Well, they just can't play in California.
Yeah.
They got steamrolled against the Chargers. They got whooped against the Niners.
I think I'll say they're properly rated. They're a good team. I
think the most underrated playoff team is the 49ers as a 5 seed.
Well, yeah.
They can beat anyone.
Sure, but you could also argue they're not playing their best football right now, which I think is also the case with the Packers. They were playing better earlier in the season. underrated. If Cook wasn't hurt, I would say the Vikings.
They are the only team in the NFL that's still undefeated at home. That's an interesting little nugget there.
Vikings pack this week.
But they're not going to be playing at home in the playoffs. All right, let's go to Dreadhead Swag. What up, dude? Which team that stunk it up this season will have a turnaround next year? Jags, Redskins, Dolphins, Gaines.
You're going to laugh. And
Giants.
Our producer might be happy about this one. I like what I've seen from Dwayne Haskins the last few weeks. He's playing a lot better. I like McLaurin. That defense is not bad. They've got some pieces on that defense. For them, it's all about, can they get the right coach under their idiot owner, Dan Snyder? That's what it's all about. Like, they've got some pieces in place. You have a good draft this year. I'm not saying it's a playoff team, but I think Haskins is growing full offseason as the starter. I think they can take a bit of a lead.
I think out of the 4 teams that you listed on screen, I would probably agree with you with the Redskins, but more because of how weak that division is. Let's go to your boy Halo. What up, my man? Will AB or Colin Kaepernick ever play again? And an interesting hashtag Matt Juno.
Well, there's zero chance for Kaepernick. If that wasn't proven this year, then
Colin Kaepernick shouldn't be in the NFL. He's not good enough to be an NFL starting quarterback. Heck, and why would you pay him even to be a backup?
It's over. After the workout fiasco, that was it.
At least a wide receiver that worked out with him got an NFL
kudos
gig.
to him. That was a nice.
But for AB, I do think AB comes back in the NFL.
I'll tell you what, man. Those chances are going down by the day.
There's
Someone's got to delete his Twitter account.
If there is one thing that I've learned about the NFL, if you're good enough, it's going to be a year. Things are going to pass. Time heals all. I think he'll be back on a team. Now, I don't know if he'll last long, but I think there will be a team that gives him a shot.
I'll say this. If he's not back next year, he's not back at all. Like, he's got to revamp his image over the next couple of months because, think about it, a lot of teams could use him right now for a playoff push and no interest. So we'll see. I think those chances are going down. I'm with you. I think he'll at least get a camp invite next year, but it is looking less and less likely. Question for you guys.
I like it.
Will Colin Kaepernick or Antonio Brown ever play in the NFL again?
A for yes, B for no, or AB.
I like that. That's
whatever you guys want to do.
There.
Will AB or Cap ever play in the NFL again? Type A for yes. Type B for no. See your boy Halo. He's saying
it doesn't
yes.
mean both. It means just one. Because I think most of us are in agreement that Cap is not going to play again.
I don't think he should. I mean,
even the people who think you should.
Antonio Brown, though, to me, is going to be that player, seriously, 5 years down the road, where we're going to be like, just imagine if he would have come back. We're going to be talking about Antonio Brown for a long time, probably here on Chat Sports, so make sure you subscribe. Let's go to some regular analytics. Should the Dolphins risk Tua, who they tanked for, or choose Justin Herbert to stay safe with a healthy quarterback? So Tua, or do you go Justin Herbert?
I will say this, Tua at 4 scares me.
Or do you just stick with Ryan Fitzpatrick? Who says no?
The Fitzmagic cycle. Everybody's a big fan of that. No, they got to get a quarterback. I don't love Herbert, though, to be honest. If I was Miami, I would try to trade down a few spots, get an extra pick out of it, and see if you can get Tua closer to 10. Because 4 is so high for a guy with a major hip injury. Now,
all reports are saying that he's going to be okay.
The flip argument of that is, though, if you think he's your guy, like the Giants thought Daniel Jones is your guy, you just take him. You don't worry about, are we taking him too high? You just take him when he's there. Out of those two, I would still take Tua. I just think 4 is a little rich right now.